Okay, today I'm going to produce a videos about the Form 5, I think it's Form 4, Modern Maths, and then the chapter is called Sakura Tree. Okay, because actually one of the students he asked me in Facebook about this chapter, so finally I got time to record about this chapter. Okay, first, what you actually learn in the Sakura Tree, because I believe in Form 2 and Form 3 you already learn Sakura 1 and 2. Okay, if you almost forget everything about Sakura 1 and 2, I try to do a little bit revision in this video, and then actually I did record the video for Sakura 1 and 2. You just search in my YouTube channel. Okay, now we talk about Sakura Tree. So in Sakura Tree, what is so special about Sakura Tree, so different compared to Sakura 1 and 2 is Sakura Tree adding a new thing we call it tangent point. Tangent point, or sometimes they will say a line touch at one tangent point. So what is the meaning by tangent point over here? Okay, this is very important. Okay, tangent point means what? Means if this is the circle, do you see a circle over here? The line will touch the circle at one point, we call it tangent point. So let's say the line will touch the tangent at one point. Okay, we call it tangent point. Okay, means the line will touch the circle at one point. This one we call it tangent point. Okay, what features about tangent point is, you must remember, if this is the center of the circle, we call it O. The circle with the center O connect to the tangent point will always form 90 degree. Will always form 90 degree. This is very important. Will always form 90 degree. Even most of the time, the question will not tell you, okay, this is 90 degree. But then you have to know. If he say this straight line touch the point A at the tangent, means center point to the tangent, they will automatically form a 90 degree. So if you have a triangle over here, you must know this is right triangle, means the triangle with 90 degree. Okay, I repeat one more time, the center point to the tangent point, they will automatically form 90 degree. Okay, so for example, let's say I have another tangent point over here. So I have another tangent point, I call it B. So this tangent point connect to the center, they will automatically form a 90 degree over here. Okay, let's say I have a tangent point over here. Okay, let's say this is a tangent point. Okay, I call it tangent point C. Connect to the center, they will automatically form a 90 degree. Okay, this one you must know. Okay, this is the relationship between tangent point and the center point. Okay, right here, relationships between center point and tangent point. So you must remember this law, because later you I will go through few of the past year question. Okay, you're going to use this one. Okay, when they tell you this one, B is tangent point, C is the tangent point, and A is a tangent point, they connect to the center point, they will automatically form a 90 degree, 90 degree, and 90 degree. Okay, so if this is 90 degree, obviously the other side over here is 90 degree also, because one straight line is 180. Okay, so one straight line is 180, so this is 90 also. Okay, this is first very important things about tangent point. And then what's so important about tangent point, when we have a triangle inside, Do you see a triangle? Do you see a circle here? Okay, this is center point O. Okay, however, this triangle is not related to the center point. Okay, let's say I have a tangent point over here. I have a triangle over here. Okay, I must draw a tangent point first. Okay, let's say this is tangent point A. Okay, from the tangent point, I have a triangle inside the circle who touch the tangent point. So let's say I have a triangle like this. Okay, maybe a triangle look like this. Okay, if you see the triangle like this, okay, but then got few things you have to pay attention is each of the point of the triangle must touch the circle, must touch the circles. Okay, all the point must touch the circle, and then one of these point must be the tangent point. Okay, the triangle is formed by three points. Okay, one point must be the tangent point, another 2 points must touch the circle. Okay, this point can be here, can be here, can be here, wherever can be. But then the important is the point must touch the circle. Okay, then you can apply this rule. Okay, you can apply this rule is this one we call it angle A. From the straight line to here we call it angle A. Will same with the opposite angle. Opposite angle will same with this angle. So angle A will same with the angle A. Okay, and then this angle I call it angle B will same with the opposite angle which is here, angle B. So if this is 89, so this one will be 89. So if this one is 45, this one will be 45. It's just opposite. Do you see opposite? Opposite. Of course. And then if this is angle C, so they will same with the angle C over here. But then this is not important. The more important is A and B. This one you must be able to see. This is very important about the tangent point and the triangle. Okay, tangent point and the triangle. Okay, so this one I call it the relationships. The relationship between triangle and tangent point. Okay, so this one you have a circle and then you have a center point. So this triangle, he touched the tangent point, and then another 2 points of the triangle is on the circle. Then you can apply this law. This angle will same with this angle, and then this angle will same with this angle. Okay, this one you must remember because later you're going to use it. Okay. Okay, so later you got a lot of chance to use this, especially in Sakura Tree chapter. This is a very important thing. Of course, this one is very important also because the difference in Sakura Tree is you will learn a lot of things about the tangent point. Tangent point means one straight line will touch one point at the circle. We call it tangent point. Okay? Okay. Then if okay, we do a little bit revisions. We do a little bit revision in the circle 2. Okay, let's say. Okay, we do the revision. We do the revisions without using the center point one. Okay, without using the center point. So for example, you have a circle. You have a circle. If I give you a quadrilateral over here, okay, quadrilateral means it's something like rectangle, but then four of the lengths got no 90-degree one. Okay, mean I have a quadrilateral over here. Okay. See, in order to apply this law, one thing very important is the quadrilateral must inside the circle, and then 4 points must touch the circle, must on the circle. 4 of these points from the quadrilateral must on the circle. Okay, if this happen, then you can apply this rule. This angle I call it angle A. This angle I call it angle B. A plus B will equal to 180. A plus B will equal to 180. Means the opposite angle you plus together, you will get 180. Opposite angle A plus B will give you 180. Same to the other side. If I call this angle X and this is angle Y, X plus Y will equal to 180 also, opposite angle. Okay, as long as they are inside the circle and then 4 points will touch on the circle, then you can apply this rule. Opposite angle plus together equal to 180. Opposite angle plus together, you will get 180. This one, do you see this quadrilateral? He didn't touch the circle. He didn't touch the center point. Didn't touch the circle. They must touch the circle, but then they didn't use the center point. This one is without using the center point. Later we will see with the center point, but then this one without using the center point. Okay, this is very important also. You must remember this law. And then let's take a look another without using the center point. Okay, let's say I have one line like this, and then I got another line like this, and then I got another line like this, then I got another line like this. Okay, this is what I always call butterfly effect. Okay, this one same. You have to make sure make sure all the point connect them will touch the circle. Then only you can apply this law, which is the angle A will same with the angle B. The angle A will same with the angle B. Angle A will same with the angle B. So this, if this is 50, this one is 50. And then the angle X will same with the angle Y. X will same with Y. Okay, in this law, of course, C will same with D lah. These two angles is the same. Whatever you got the crossover two straight line, the opposite angle always the same. Okay, so this angle must be same with this angle, and this angle must be same with this angle. This is very basic. Okay, but then in this law, you must know this law. As long as 4 of the point that touch the circle, you can apply this law. This angle same with this angle, and this angle will same with this angle. Okay, this one without using the center point. Do you see center point is over here? Very small dot over here. So this shape and this shape, actually these two laws, they do not use the center point. Okay, I give you another very similar example, but then they use the center point, which make a lot of students confusing. Okay, you see a center point over here? Okay, I call this center point O. So you are using this one. Okay, so if we use the center point, we happen something like this. Okay, I connect two lines on the top. This one is very simple. Most of the students can get it. Okay, we know that this is a center point. We know if this is X, this angle will be double of X. So if this one is 50, this one will be 100. If this one is 60, this one will be 120. At the center point over here will be double of this angle. Will be double of this angle. And then same thing, you must make sure all of these three coordinates, these 3 points touch the circle, and then one of the point touch the center point. Okay, okay, this one, okay, most of the students can easily understand. However, if I change a little bit, this is the center O. Okay, same things. I have something like this. However, this time I do not want to connect on the top. I connect to the side. Let's say I connect to the side over here. Okay, you have to know this one actually same with this method. Okay, this is just two lines connect to the top, but then these two lines connect to another side. Two lines connect to another side, these two lines connect to the top. Okay, you have to understand these two, you can use the same methods. So means what? If this is x, this one will be, what is this angle on the middle? Will be double of x, will be 2x. So exactly same with this one. However, most of the students will think that this one is same with this one. Most of the students will think this is x, this one will x, this one will be x also. Do you see the difference between this one and this one? In this one, only 3 points touch at the circle and then 1 point touch on the middle. However, in this example, 4 of the points will touch the circle, no point touch on the center. So this one and this one is not the same. Even these two also look a little bit like butterfly. This one also look a little bit like butterfly, but then they are not the same. Okay, because a lot of time when the question come out in this pattern, a lot of students cannot find this coordinate, cannot find this angle. Let's say the exam will give you this angle is 120. Most of the students will write 120 over here. This is not 120, this is 120 divided by 2, so this one is 60. Because this is x, this one will be 2x. Okay, and then one more thing which is I think some students will confuse is something like this. Okay, I just use the free space to draw. Okay, you got the center point, and then you got a triangle like this. Okay, this is the center point O. Same thing, 1 point touch here, 2nd point touch here, 3rd point touch here. Okay, most of the students will think this is quadrilateral. Yes, there are the quadrilateral, but then a lot of students will think this angle plus this angle will equal to 180. This is not. This one and this one is not the same. Okay, you must remember, because in order to apply this law, 4 of the point must touch at the circle. This one only got 3 points touch the circle, and then 1 point touch on the center. So actually, for this one, what we can know is this angle is double of this angle. Okay, actually this one is transformed by this also. Just another 2 lines he made on the bottom. Okay, so what we can know is, if this is x, here will be 2x. However, this one we cannot use the opposite angle plus together equal to 180. Okay, you must very clear about this one. If not, you cannot do a lot of question. Okay, so I hope this few example can give you a very good ideas about the circle and the angle. Okay, before I start to give you all to do the past year question, let me show another 2 very brief example. However, I think some of you might forget, but then somehow I think it's quite important. Okay, let's say I got a circle over here. Imagine this is a very nice circle. Of course, I use freehand to draw. Okay, this is the center point. Okay, this is the center point. I call it center point O. Okay, for example, whenever the straight line is passed through the center point A, we call diameter. Correct or not? This one we call it diameter. Diameter means 2 radius plus together, 2r. Diameter will equal to 2r. This one we always know. However, whenever the triangle is formed by the diameter, you must have a 90 degree. So let's say, okay, I connect over here and then I connect over there. The opposite angle, this one is the 90 degree. It's a must. No matter this line I connect over here or connect over here or connect over here, I will form a 90 degree. Okay, whenever triangle formed by the diameter, the opposite of all, this one is 90 degree. So for example, I draw it again. I got a circle over here. Okay, this is the center point. Okay, I form a diameter. Maybe this time I form the shape, something like this. Okay, normally like this one, I connect over here. Okay, this time I connect like this. I connect like this. Do you see? No matter how I form, this one is 90 degree. Okay, the opposites of all, this is center point. The opposites of center point is always 90 degree. Whatever the triangle is formed by the diameter, the opposite this one is the 90 degree, is a must. Because a lot of students do not understand about this one. Because in the exam, they will not tell you about this angle, but then you have to understand, as long as they are formed by the diameter, the triangle is formed by the diameter, the opposite angle is a must 90 degree. This is very important. It's a very, very important. So, okay, after you know this one, I think I can almost start. Okay, last thing before I start. This one actually most of the students know, but then I worry some students do not know, so I just draw one more thing. Okay, you have a circle. This is the center point O. We know that actually from center point O, we touch at the circle over here, we call it R, radius. Means if this line touch over here, this is R also. If this line touch over here, this is R also. When you see so many R, what is the meaning? Meaning all of this length is the same length. Means they are sama panjang. Okay, means all this length is the same. So if I form a triangle like this, what you know? You must know this one is an isosceles triangle. This one is an isosceles triangle because this length and this length is the R. Both of this is R, means this angle and this angle will be the same. Okay, if I connect these 2 points, we know this length and this length is the same. So this angle and this angle, angle A and angle B is the same. Okay, angle C and angle D is the same. This one you must know because most of the time the student, the exam, he will not give you this symbol. He just draw a triangle like this. Okay, and then some students forget about this law. So they do not know actually this angle will same with this angle. So they can never find the angle. Because if you do not know about this law, you will feel that the exam question is lack of information. You will feel that some information is missing. So you must very clear about this law. Okay? Okay, I assume all of you can understand about this one. Then we go to few of the past year question. Okay, since this past year question is like very small, so allow me to zoom in. Okay, just zoom in. Okay, and then make sure you can read it properly. Okay, I guess you have the better vision now, so I just cover over here. Don't give so many distraction. Okay, let's have a look on this question. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, he said in the diagram 2, QRT is the tangent. So over here, what he mentioned? He mentioned QRT is the tangent is the tangent to the circle. Okay, actually I think we do not need to see the answer, so I zoom in. Like this will be better. Okay, so QRT is the tangent, so this is the keyword, tangent. Okay, so tangent, this one is the keyword. Okay, so QRT, this is QRT. Do you see QRT? It's the tangent to the circle at QRT is a tangent to the circle center O at R. So means what? QRT will touch the circle at R. So this one is the tangent point. Remember, this is the tangent. Okay, from the formula or from the law just now, I say from the tangent point we connect to the center. The first thing we know is this is 90 degree. You must straight away know. Okay, from the tangent point we connect to the center, we will form 90 degree. Okay, this is the law what we learned just now. Okay, and then do you still remember the butterfly? The butterfly. However, this butterfly you involve center point, so I know is this is 25, this is x, this one will be 2x. So remember, this is what I mentioned just now. So this one will be 2x, double of this angle. So therefore, if this one is x, this is 2x, I know this angle will be 50 degree. Double of 25 is 50. So therefore, we can easily get x. Because this is 90, this is 50. So this one will be 180 minus 90 minus 50. So we will got x will equal to 40. That's simple. He asks you find the values of x, so you will got answer A. Okay, so see, I say this law is very important. So you must know this one is not equal to 25. If this is x, this one will be 2x. Unless you got the triangle 4 point also touch the circle, then this is 25, this is 25. But then this one is on the center, means you have to apply the 2x formula. Okay, and then from the tangent point touch to the O, we know he will straight away get a 90 degree over here. Okay, if you understand, let me have a look at the second question. Okay, you got the second question over here. Okay, in this question, he say in the diagram 3, JKL is the tangent to the circle. See, tangent to the circle, JKL. So we know JKL touch the circle at one point, which is tangent at K. So K is the tangent. Okay, and then he say another thing is JNM is a straight line. Means JM, this one is a straight line. Okay, nothing special about this one. Okay, first, this is tangent. Do you see center O? Center O connect to the tangent, you will form a 90 degree. Okay, this is something you must know. And then what we know is, if this is x, here will be 2x. So if this is x, here will be 2x. So if this is 50, this one will be 100, because the law we mentioned just now. Okay. Okay. And then we got 3 angles already. Of course, we can get this angle. So after we got this angle, we can easily get x. So now let's calculate what is that angle. Sorry. Okay, so we can easily know this angle actually equal to 360 minus 3 of this angle. So this angle 360 minus, okay, so I just press 360 minus 100 minus 90 and minus 35. So I will get this angle equal to 135. This angle equal to 135. You use, because this is quadrilateral, or you can call it trapezium. So it's 360 because you got 1 angle, 2 angle, 3 angle, 4 angle. So it's 360. So you minus this 3 angle, you can get this angle is 135. So if you got this angle is 135, easily you can get x. X is 180 minus 135. Therefore, x will equal to 45. Will equal to 45. So answer will be A.
Okay, is that simple? Then maybe we have a look on the next example. Okay, see, we have a look on this example. Okay, he says PQR is the tangent to the circle. PQR is the tangent to the circle, so we know they will touch at circle at what? At the Q. So Q is the tangent. Okay, so if Q is the tangent, and then he give you PTOS is a straight line. So PTOS is a straight line. Okay, so first, tangent touch at the circle, he will form a 90 degree. This one we must know. And then this is center point. I say center point connects to the circle. This one we call R. Center point connect to the circle we call R. So this one is a isosceles triangle. Because this is radius what? And this one is a radius. So I know these two lines OQ and OS actually are same length. So if this is isosceles triangle, we can easily get the answer. Okay, so now we got this one is 90. So over here will be 90 also. You got 74 means what? Means what is the angle over here? So what is this angle? This angle will equal to 90 minus 74. 90 minus 74 is 16. So this angle will be 16 also. This angle will be 16 also. So you got both angle is 16. Okay, so if this is 16, 16, 32, we can easily get this angle. 180 minus 32. So 1 minus 32, we will got 148. So this angle is 148. That means we know this angle is equal to 32. So if this angle equal to 32, one triangle we got 32, 90, then we can get x because triangle is 180. So we use 180 minus 90 minus 32. So the answer is 58. Answer is A. Okay, is that simple? Okay, so maybe we have a look on next question. Okay, have a look on this question. Okay, in this diagram, he said TPS is the tangent to the circle. So TPS, okay, is a tangent to the circle. So we know the tangent at P. Okay, and then he says what? He mentioned another thing is the length of arc PR is equals to the length of arc QR. He said arc PR means this length will same with this length. So he tell you this information very important is if this arc is same with this arc means this length is same with this length. Because if this arc will same with this arc means what? Means do you see a sector over here? Means this angle, means that this sector, this angle will same with this angle. Means these two will have the same angle. So I know this one is a isosceles triangle also. Okay, if this is isosceles triangle, I put 3 lines. Okay, don't confuse with outside one. So we can easily get the answer. So I said triangle touch at the tangent point. This is the triangle touch at the tangent point. We know if this is 68, I said opposite is 68. So this one is 68. If this is 68, this one will be 68. Okay, so if these two is the same angle, then we can get this one. So 180 minus 68. Minus 68 again. So we got 44. So the answer will be C, 44. Because if this is 68, this is 68. Because these two is the same angle. This is isosceles triangle. So this one will be 44. Okay? It's okay. Then maybe we see the last one, more confused one. Okay, have a look on this one. Okay, he said PQ. Okay, he gave PQRS is the tangent to the circle RTU at R and TVR. Okay, in the straight line. So we know this line actually tangent at R and tangent. Okay, so he said this straight line actually tangent at R. So R, this one is tangent. Okay, so over here PQRS is a tangent to the circle RTU. Where is RTU? Okay, this is R. Oh, RT and U. Okay, this is RTU. Okay, at R, so he tangent over here. Okay, and he said another one is a straight line. Okay, first he's asked you to find x. So over here, in order to find x, we know if this triangle, do you see triangle with a tangent line? If this one is 70, we know over here is 70. This is 70 also. This angle will be 70. So this one circle is 360. So this is 380. So 360 minus 280, because then we can get this angle over here is 80. So you can know over here is 80. Okay, so if this is 80, do you see the rectangle over here? Quadrilateral. Quadrilateral 4 point also touch at the circle. 4 point is also touch at the circle means what? Means the opposite angle plus together will equal to 180. So this is 80. This one will be 100 because this one plus this one must equal to 180. So x will equal to 100, which is the answer A. Okay, maybe you can have a look this one by yourself. So you must know this angle will same with the opposite angle because this triangle touch at the tangent point. And then you got a quadrilateral over here. Okay, quadrilateral 4 point also touch at the circle. So means opposite angle plus together equal to 180. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. I just realized I make a little bit mistakes on the Sakura Tree videos, which is this part. Okay, which is what I say. If you, this is a center point, or if you got a rectangle, not rectangle, quadrilateral in these shapes, if you have the quadrilateral in this shape, okay, actually this angle, if this angle is x, because in the last videos I say that this angle is 2x, this is wrong. Okay, if this is x, the 2x is actually over here. This is 2x. Okay, so if this one is 100, the 200 is over here. So here will be 360 minus 200. Okay, so if this is x, this is 2x. Okay, because in last video I mentioned this one, if this is x, this is 2x, this is wrong. Okay, so this is the correct one. So let me explain one more time. If you got the circle, and this is the center point, and then you have the quadrilateral, maybe you will have the quadrilateral over here. So if the question give you, okay, if the question give you 130, and then it asks you to find this angle, x, so find x. So how to find x? So if this is 130, you have to know this angle is double of this one. If this is 130, this one will be 260. So therefore, if this is 260, one circle is 360. So x will equal to 360 minus 260. Therefore, x will equal to 100. Okay, this is the law. I just confused a little bit about this law, so I just record these videos to correct my mistake. Okay, hope you learn the maths correctly. Anyways, thanks for watching.